All right. So this is the Chords and Choruses podcast. This is our trial episode, and China, it's
We've
been
had
a
some
trial.
trials,
Yeah, thus
some
far.
tribulations.
But you know,
Been a struggle, mate.
you gotta start. One way or the next, you gotta start. You gotta start
and
things
carry
up.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
Carry
Keep on keeping on. So, as I said, this is the Chords and Choruses podcast. Myself, Rebel Simpson.
Me, Andre.
We're gonna be giving.
I'm gonna get a cool name soon, but I ain't got one yet. Innit? I was thinking earlier. I ain't gonna say it though.
Yeah, let's maybe not now.
No.
Yeah, even though it's the trial episode. Yeah, so with Chords and Choruses, essentially what we're going to be giving you guys is our take on music. We know that there's quite a lot of podcasts out there, and shout out to everybody that's doing their thing and that. But
that's all right. We are
we exactly.
Are
we can all exist, in the same space. But yeah, so we'll be talking about music,
history of music.
Yeah,
different. Talking about each week, we might be talking about different artists here and there. What they've done, why they're important, what made them like popular, famous, all of that. Just a little backstory on different artists.
And essentially along the line, we intend to just keep things a little bit different. We intend to give you guys like segments whereby we would be visiting certain years in like music history and looking at the releases for that specific year. And then coming on the podcast talking about it, and what we enjoyed the most, just to shake this thing up a little bit more and learn more about music, because it's not different. we're not trying to come across like we're historians or we know this thing inside out. Do you know what I mean?
Not.
We're just music lovers.
To learn.
Exactly,
but we love music in it. So
right, so we're trying to learn
and also
and share.
Let you lot learn at the same time.
So do you know what I mean?
Works.
And if you guys enjoying the process, like on the journey, big ups.
If you got any suggestions, like artists that you like. Throughout the weeks, if you're like, wow, you know what? I know this person's name, but I don't know nothing about them, or I don't know none of their music. Put it in the comments and it will help us. We might choose to do it, innit?
Right. Yeah, and I'm all the way in. Obviously, we've got obviously shout out Unclassified Kings. What's powering all of this? The team. Yeah. Shout outs to Slim in the back as well. That's also a part of the Chords and Choruses team as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. But obviously we all fall under the Unclassified Kings team. So as I was saying, we got Curate the Wave, whereby, we literally just trying to look for new music, playlist it essentially. I've been in a place where like certain time when you're in certain functions, your people then will say to you, play music.
Listen to it. He's been finding some wavy music.
Yeah, I'd like to think so, but again, obviously wavy is subjective in this time. But yeah, so we have that. So I'm pretty sure that some of the music that myself and Andre are going to find as we share this podcast with you guys, that music would also be added to the playlist. So make sure you check that out in your own time. But let's get a move away from plugging other things and get back to Chords and Choruses.
Get back to the music.
Right. So again, like I said, this was a trial. Like it's been a bit of a trial. So we're not going to like revisit every specific thing. But all the same,
today we're just going to be buffing off really. It's a bit of we got an idea, but it's a bit of a freestyle. We're just gonna see where it goes. So
yeah, as I said, trial episode. So I want you guys to just take note to that, because this will improve as time.
Don't judge us too much, but judge us.
At the same time. Like, constructive criticism is cool.
Message us something. It's over there somewhere. The Instagrams.
Yeah, we'll put it up somewhere.
or down there, wherever.
Yeah.
Wherever
you gonna get it. Yeah, ultimately. But yeah, I think obviously I'm gonna skim over the topic that we covered earlier today, but that's neither here nor there. I think we might as well just jump straight into it, going into Tyler's album again, because
So Tyler dropped his album last Friday. We are big Tyler fans. Well, I speak for myself, but I know Melly is as well. OF, Sid, Beppy, the whole camp, the whole team.
You called me Melly.
Do you know what? Do you know what? About 5
Don't worry, guys. This is a
minutes
problem.
ago, I thought, shall I say this on a podcast or shall I say it after that? What did you introduce yourself as?
I introduced myself as Rebel Simpson.
Because I was the reason why is because I was gonna say to you, are you gonna say your name or like? Because I know that's what I call you.
Yeah, but it's fine. So it's fine. I'm not gonna
apologize.
It's cool. Yeah, guys.
Sorry.
My friends and my former artist name, stage name was Melly. Yeah, my people them call me Melly. So you don't think you can as such without being like weird or nothing. Don't think you can. But when you hear the name Melly, they're referring to me, so it doesn't get weird.
Yeah, it's him. That's just what I'm used to. That's what I first knew him as. That's just what I called him.
So here we are. Like, we've known each other a very long time. I'm not going to get into our ages because I know he's been really mindful about that recently. Yeah.
Listen, we're getting old. Man.
I know. But you know, sure with age perspective, all that.
These good cameras will be able to see my grays and that. But I'm young with grays though. Don't get it twisted, innit? I'm in my early 20s and that.
Don't watch that, man. But
Tyler's album, I've been listening to it hard. I've been rocking with it. So what's this? Maybe 5, 6 days since that's given us been a week, yeah. And it's pretty been every time I can listen to music, which most of the time in the car,
has been his album
to that. Here and there, I've been listening to Scraps' album as well because that dropped last week.
Shout out to Scraps and Freem, I believe. He's been already locked in.
That's why it's called Be Back Soon or something.
I figured. I just wasn't 100% sure in it. I heard he got bagged not long ago, but yeah.
And then Nines.
Free Scraps, man. And Free Nines as well, man. I think it was Food still. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been listening to Tyler's probably 70%, Scraps 30, something like that. Tyler's one's been heavy, and I like it. I really enjoy it.
How many? Sorry to cut you. How many songs would you say like have replay value to you?
Replay value.
Like you would when the song's done, or even before the song's done, you repeat it. Like you start again.
Probably none now, just because I listen.
You like to listen through. Okay, I think I forget that some music listeners are like that as well.
My bangers, I can tell you that. You know, these are my shits. Lemonhead, I fucking love, but that's because it's old Tyler vibes. Kind of on the rocky side of Tyler's different music endeavors.
Look at him putting it eloquently.
Oh shit, sorry. What else do I like? I don't know. There's better, but that I thought you. It's called I Thought You Wanna. Oh, I can't even remember. I Thought You Wanted to Dance. That's it.
Okay.
It sounds like it's after Sweet.
Yeah. I remember.
I love it. Yeah. What did it sound like to you?
I can't remember. Yeah. All I know is that wasn't my Tyler bag. Yeah, and it's not to say.
The reason why I loved it, it was Love Is Rock.
And because I feel like there was a bit of a change. Oh yes, because there was a bit of a change up.
For him to go the Love Is Rock angle, I was like, oh, I love this. That was the first song on the album.
Get the track list up again for me, please, because I want to go over the bits that I liked as well. The tracks I like.
Yeah, that made me gone. That made me when I heard that I was like,
I know because I know you're.
I love Tyler for that. I'm a Love Is Rock lover.
And it was going back to what we spoke about earlier. Again, apologies, guys, that you didn't get what we was talking about because we was jumping into our bag. But again, you know,
we're here, innit?
Yeah, exactly. We're here.
Again.
We're in the present. I did like that. Yeah, I did. I did like it. I don't know if it's necessarily what I would go back to, even though I appreciate Tyler's production. And when he ventures off, sometimes I don't necessarily appreciate what he does vocally on his other bag. So like,
I understand that. Yeah,
when he gives you that neo soulful vibe, and he smashes it. In my opinion, he smashes it. 8 out of 10 times, I would say, when he's coming with that more soulful, softer, NERD-esque influence. Yeah.
To be honest, everything that he does, he smashes. Like,
arguably, yeah, definitely. It's just
I can't say he's done anything bad. Even like when he does his rocky stuff, and I'm like, oh, this ain't really my bag, so to speak.
Yeah,
but I hear it in it because I understand that him as an artist.
Yeah, like, I get what you're saying, and I feel like I do also. I guess I'm just being more specific about what I like and what I would go back to and play, because I'm more of a specific music listener. So I will listen. I'm happy to listen to an album through and through because I want to feel the journey. I want to feel how the what's the word I'm looking for? And I know some people are like tired of the word now, but how cohesive. That's it. Yeah, the project is.
I haven't heard that people's tired of it, but
I feel like some people are tired of that term now. It's a bit like it's a buzz. It's a bit of a buzzword. Yeah, but
you like.
I'm gonna get a bit profanic here. Fuck people in that opinion, brother. If a project is cohesive, it's cohesive.
I wanted to say quickly, the reason why I think that was such a great song was because it's the first time I've heard Tyler really do like reggae of any sort. And then for him to go specifically to Lovers Rock, because Lovers Rock is a London thing. Like that's what it originated in London. It was, I think it did end up going back to like Caribbean, Jamaica specifically.
No, so it's not much of a surprise.
They made the reggae in it. But yeah, apart from that, yeah, that's why I like love that song. That his attempt and one day listen to it. Like sit there and really listen to how he executed it. It was amazing how he executed. Of course, it's Tyler in it, but for the first attempt and for a genre that is is a very subgenre, he done very well. But I get why people wouldn't. I get why Tyler fans wouldn't necessarily like that.
Well, I think Tyler's developed, in my opinion, again, obviously I don't know him and I'm not looking at his stats, but I get the impression that he has fans like myself who like specific things, or they like several things but not everything. Yeah. So from the album, for me, obviously from the entry, I liked it. Sir Baudelaire. Yeah. I even think the name was funny.
Yeah, I don't really like that song that much, you know.
I liked it, yeah. And also shout out to DJ Drama, yeah. I love the fact that DJ Drama was in it.
That's what I wanted to speak about.
And I
love that. I know that I don't really like what DJ Drama does. Obviously, it's a bit dated now, and I just think it's unnecessary.
So,
yeah.
The mixtape feel is the mixtape feel. I think is
nostalgic, yeah,
but not even just that.
Really
There's something that's just like, especially when the tunes slap. Yeah, if DJ Drama's getting hyped about something that's dead, it's just a bit like, this is misplaced. But when something is hyped, when something is hyped, having that energy in the background and the bombs and like you got to start the song again, like I love that.
It creates atmosphere. I understand it.
Atmosphere is the term I'm looking for.
I really do appreciate him bringing him onto the album. It was wicked. It was wicked to hear it. I'm just saying it's not necessarily my cup of tea for the general. Like, if I'm hearing this relatively regular now, I'm not on it. But just to hear it on this album, it was a nice throwback. Like, I appreciated it. That was a nice little thought.
I hear you. I definitely enjoyed it. So before your phone locks again, from the track list, I liked Sir Baudelaire, Corso, Lumberjack, Hot Wind Blows, Massa, Manifesto. I liked the skit, the Mama Talk skit. Yeah. Fucking loved it.
Oh, that made so much sense.
Yeah, because you know where people as well, where we tend to try and look into how a parent's influence on a child, like, and then how the child behaves and these types of things.
We are our parents.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? The apple and the tree and all of that.
But from when I realized that's how his mum is, I was like, right, that makes so much sense.
In regards to the rest of the track list, I'm not saying I didn't like them. I need to listen to the album again. I've listened to the album through twice so far. But those other songs, like I said to you, you know how I am as a music listener.
Yeah, the second half isn't like after Sweet, after Mama Talk, it's not as strong as like the first half of it.
But Manifesto, like I said, for me, that was the moment in the album that.
And who did you say was on that again? Sid?
No, I don't recall Sid being on Manifesto. I believe it was just no, and that's why Manifesto is cold, yeah. Because Domo is on it as well, yeah. And Domo, I didn't even realize it was Domo straight away as well, you know, which is the maddest thing. I didn't realize it was Domo.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. On my, do you know? It was weird in the car. Obviously, he don't really put his features on his albums. He never does. And nothing ever came up for ages. But today, it come up in my car saying that Domo was on it.
Yeah. Oh. See, I eventually
didn't listen to it properly.
Yeah. And because of the socials as well, I guess Tyler on his story, if I remember correctly, he added everyone that was featured on the song. So he screenshotted the song playing from Apple Music. Yeah, I know you're not really much on the socials, but guys, that it's whether he likes it or not, it's gonna have to change. Yeah. Putting him on the spot here, I am. Yeah. But I'm gonna back my brethren for a second as well, though. Yeah, let's not get things confused. The socials is also a cesspit. Yeah, you just gotta make of it. Yeah, you gotta make of it what you're gonna make of it. But really and truly, it's a cesspit. So let's not influence people. Yeah, too tough. You get me?
Check it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so, but I need to get checking it. I need to be on it.
But all the same, Tyler screenshotted the Apple Music. You know, like how it looks on your phone, your mobile. Yeah, the song playing or whatever, and then he added each artist that was featured on.
Yeah, I need to see that
on the song. So I guess to some extent, that helped me make sense of who certain features were when I heard the song.
Some of them, like, I worked out by voice, and I kind of enjoy that Tyler does that.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't make it bait. It's just like
you have to work it out.
Yeah, for yourself.
You know the voice. So yeah, I know a couple of the people, but I'm sure when I see that, there's gonna be way more that I'm like, I didn't know that was on. They was on that song, and then I listened to it. I'm like, makes sense.
I like the fact that based on how Tyler was or seemingly was in his early days, where it's like, we don't fuck with nobody or whatever. It's like, fuck them niggas, he'll make fun out of whoever he wants to make fun out of. And I enjoyed that. But I also enjoy how he's just decided he wants to change now. And if he wants someone to feature, it might not, to the fan bases of each of those, him and that other artist, it may not seemingly.
No features for a while, isn't it?
Not that I can recall, but no, I feel like there was always features. Days. Yeah, but the early days. Yeah, it was OF. It was OF. Yeah, and I mean, again, from what time,
life,
age,
humans.
From what I know, anyway, because we're making it out like we're not making it out like we overly know, but at the same time, we've kind of surmised it with those two words, life, time. Yeah.
Yeah, but, they haven't said nothing specifically but
about it. But in places I feel like they have in music. Yeah. And Sid. Yes.
She mentioned, because she said she really wasn't actually part of Odd Future to begin with.
Well, the thing is, by the sounds of things, she was, They all were. They were like us, to some extent.
Collective. They weren't, she weren't actually. She was part of the collective, but she weren't part of their music collective.
She weren't part of the gang
but the thing is,
she with
the internet.
Yeah.
But the internet, from what I recall anyway, again, we're not trying to swear we know everything.
Tyler started recording at her house, innit?
So,
because, you know, Taco, that's her brother.
This is,
So then, it used to be at their house.
And it's funny because the first time I ever got bust on Tyler and OF, I was with Slim.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Slim, I think Slim knew about it before me even. Yeah, and then obviously...
Look at his smile.
Yeah, I remember where I was and everything, but that was it. Sold.
That was a strong video.
But, so I get the impression that it was just... Look, we all love music. We all make music. You lot are all OF. So if I can facilitate something for you guys,
just do something.
Let's do something. Yeah. Obviously, they're younger, so their initial intention is to stick together and do whatever they want to do together as a team. Yeah, but as time goes on, people are going to branch off and do things because they already had their little separate cliques in things. You had Left Brain and Hodgie. What was it? Mellow Hype. Yeah. Mellow Hype. They had their little duo in between that. The internet, and there was another like small unit, I believe, that was in OF, but I can't remember what the name was. But all the same,
I don't know if I know that one.
Just sound like Odd Future was like the bigger collective, like the family.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So, to answer your question, I think it was time and space. Yeah, time and life was what we were saying. Sorry. Yeah. As we said, guys, trial episode.
Hey, I'm clumsy.
Right? So
it's not gonna be just the first time.
And I'm sure you guys don't mind too tough as long as we're giving you guys captivating content. I'd like to think
that's a sorry
if
to
we're not already there, we're there. Yeah.
Well,
what to me? What? Apologize for what?
Not too glass, mate.
Trial and error, bro. We can't beat ourselves up too much for applying ourselves. At least we're trying.
Definitely. That's what.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, and then Scraps, you didn't listen to Scraps' album, did you?
I didn't. I wanted to, but I already told you how today.
Sorry.
Today panned out.
Today was a bit of a wild one. No, but from last week. Oh no, you didn't know about it.
I didn't know. Well, I saw the post, but at the same time, I guess I was listening to whatever I was listening to, and I ain't even gonna lie. I will occasionally some days listen to some hip hop, some grime, but recently I've been in my R&B and soul bag, bro. Yeah, man. I've been in my R&B and soul bag.
That's a vibe. But that's, you've been finding bare new artists, innit?
Yeah, obviously for Curate the Wave.
Plug in the thing. Go on.
Yeah. For some reason, based upon how things played out, I thought I might have done it on this attempt.
This one.
But basically, Curate the Wave came off the back of me and my cousin Sinead always having like friends around or family functions and us specifically being told to play music. And I know why. It's just because of how we are with music. Like when we get addicted to a song, we might thump the tune and we're doing the maddest things, singing it at random times and with different weird cadences and all these kind of things, to the point where we might even annoy our loved ones. Yeah. So I can see how it just ended up being us two. But anyhow, because we've been asked in different settings, like what you've been listening to, play music, whatever. I said to her, let's just start creating playlists, because at the end of the day, if it saves us the hassle of having to keep selecting tunes, one, it saves us the hassle, and two, who knows where that goes. We put ourselves in a position where if the playlist gets like a lot of attention,
might make a change of it,
or create opportunities. Most importantly, I feel like the way that where we are at now as people in the digital space, we don't know where our interests and our effort and our output will get us. So I said, even if it doesn't create a job for me, if me and Sinead got approached, and shout out to Sinead as well, if we got approached by a streaming service, let's just say for argument's sake, we got approached and they was only offering one role, I would push her for it before myself. Yeah. It's just an example of creating opportunity. And these types of things, because it will, for me, whether I get the role or she gets the role, it's reassuring that the idea worked. You get me? Yeah. And even if the idea doesn't work at its basic level, we save ourselves the hassle of having to keep selecting tunes when we're at certain functions or we're doing certain things. You put the playlist on,
it makes sense,
and you chill, and you get to hear what you like. And if other people fuck with it, great. You get it?
Yeah.
So
that's the playlist. Go listen to it. Go do all them things. I ain't got Spotify yet, but I'm coming. Spotify has to shout me. But what's on there? What's on Spot? You can like stuff.
You can like the art. You can follow the artist. You can like the artist. You can follow the artist. You can like singles, specific singles. You can like the entire project also. So you can go to your liked songs and that will find all of the songs on the specific project that you liked. You can go to albums, your library, and it will show your albums, artists, and I do believe songs is also an option. And then that's how you can obviously decide to filter out how you want to search for the artist you want to listen to. Me personally, at present, because I use Apple Music and Spotify, when nowadays I use Spotify more so because I think just the user interface on my laptop, the way that it works, it just makes it a bit more free flowing for finding new music. And
what about on your phone then? Is it a bit more awkward, a bit more techy?
I'm going to be bold in saying this, and I think we should just be bold where it's not going to make a huge difference because we're being honest. But I think the user interface for Spotify on the phone is dead. Yeah, I think it's dead. Yeah, in comparison to Apple Music. If we're dealing with Apple Music and that's funny actually, because on the laptop, in my opinion,
it's easier. Apple Music on the phone, like
it is easier. It's so much more straightforward, in my opinion, and clear cut.
Spotify's always look a bit.
Yeah, Spotify looks mad on the phone.
Confusing to me.
Whereas on the laptop, Spotify is great. On the laptop, Apple Music, I've had a few issues. Yeah, like when I'm even trying to search for a project or playing a project, and for some reason it's just taking ages to play. I mean, obviously, granted, that could be Wi-Fi sometimes or whatever, but Spotify works better generally. You know what I mean? But it's just interesting how, in my opinion anyway, Spotify works shit on the phone. Apple Music does great on the phone, but on the laptop, it's the complete opposite. But before we go off too far on a tangent, I want to go right back to Tyler's album, because
go for it.
Manifesto,
Are you going back to that one?
Yes, I'm going back to Manifesto because the entry, I don't know if I said that earlier, the entry reminded me of the Tyler that
I can't remember how it goes.
Made me laugh. Yeah. Had me busting up, because that's the Tyler that gripped me, like that got me. Yeah. I've always appreciated
the song.
Huh?
I don't remember the song. Do you remember anything of the song?
Yeah, I remember the intro to the song and even the first few bars. Yeah. Shout out to Tyler, man. I'm sorry. And I know some people that are probably going to be watching this are going to be like, what about English music? Don't worry, we cover that too, because we generally make our effort with that too. Yeah.
Right,
so don't watch that. But do you know what energy I got from that intro? Yeah, was like Tina Perm your weave.
What does he say?
Yeah. So basically, the intro is he's like, this white bitch was like, and this is not verbatim, but some white bitch was like, you should, you should talk more about the black. It's like, bitch, suck my, and then the tune just drops, yeah, and the beat is cold as well. I'm just like, yeah. There's no other way. There's no other way for me to explain it.
Remember it.
Yeah. We're at some point we're also going to get to a place.
Intro, but
no, because Anja, I don't know if you know this, and some of you guys might not. Some of you may, just dependent on how often you listen to podcasts where music is played. But from what I understand, now we can play music. The people that are listening to this in it's in just the audio format will be able to hear the music. We can play songs. But YouTube. Is where things get techie.
But at least that's something.
Yeah, so we can do that. We just got to figure that out, because guys, I've been careful about this because some of you lot are grimy. Yeah, some of you lot are grimy. Yeah, but this is all us. And when I say all us, we're not hiring. None of the equipment you see here that we're using, we've put our time and effort into purchase stuff. And I'm not looking for no kudos or big ups or nothing for that. But still, like, you get what I'm saying? This is our shit. So we can learn how to do what we want with our shit.
Yeah, I think we just need to,
you know what I'm saying?
Add a phone, I guess.
Yeah, or even that.
Or
yeah, because that would be easy. That would be much easier. Then we can literally run it from your phone.
Yeah.
But going back to the song anyway, before I go off on a tangent, well, kind of did. Anyhow,
I definitely did.
Yeah, 100%. The intro to the tune was just funny because on one hand, my inner blacktivist could go, what do you mean, Tyler? Like, you're not going to say something about it, or like you're not interested in it, or you have nothing to say. But I'd be dumb if I thought that, in my opinion, because
why is that?
Even in that same song, in my opinion, because we have to be very particular, especially in the times that we live in, yeah.
They're sensitive right there.
Tyler was doing his due diligence. Tyler was speaking to the people in the way that I feel the people need to be spoken to, or the way that I would speak to the people. Yeah. The intro to the verse was basically something along the lines of, your mum followed religion, so you basically did it as a default, and you haven't even really done enough of the research to be sure about what it is that you're following. Yeah. And what your parents are following is outdated and done for. Yeah. And that kind of energy. And you know, that's how I stay generally. Yeah. Maybe my approach might not be the same as his at this stage in my life, but I appreciate it because I like to hear what I'm thinking. Yeah. Not always. Obviously, I'm happy down to hear another perspective because that sounds a bit narcissistic, I think, maybe. Yeah. But of course, I think that's why all of us appreciate music. We love to hear things that we can relate to and things that we can attach ourselves to.
That's what gravitates us
to music. So I don't think it's too far-fetched.
Commonality.
Commonality, I think is the term. Guys, correct us. Yeah,
cut that one. Cut that one.
I can't even remember what Andre just said.
Cut that one.
Yeah,
that one. Go ahead. No.
No.
No, I'm joking.
But yeah, Manifesto slapped. Yeah, and I'm so stupid because for me, the tune slapped. The beat changed. I think just after Tyler's verse, and then it went into Domo's, and the beat changed. And I do like the beat that it changed into. I do prefer the beat that Tyler was spitting on before, but it was still cold.
As you finish it, so I'm gonna go and listen to that song.
It was cold, and yeah, like I was about to say, the intro to the tune sold me. I'm stupid like this though, because and that's what I was speaking about earlier, enjoying comedic rap.
Okay.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's not necessarily that these rappers are deliberately being funny. They just don't care, and they're saying what they feel and what they think. Yeah. But it's funny to some, it's triggering to others, because I'm sure what he says there will probably annoy.
He creates a lot of emotion.
Yeah, he's
neutral,
was the term provocative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is very.
He will always stir some kind of emotion, and I love that about Tyler. Like, I might not agree or live the same lifestyle as him in terms of like the different things that he thinks is okay to do or whatever. Yeah. But I like that Tyler is comfortable in his own skin, and
he's wavy, man.
And he's not trying to prove himself to nobody or demand justice for nothing. He's just, I'm here. I exist, so I have purpose.
I like in a song, I can't remember what song it was. He said, I got cancelled before cancel culture.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah.
Yes, you fucking did.
You did.
You couldn't come to London.
But you know, the funniest thing is,
you couldn't come to London at all.
Call me, I think I am definitely a bit of an idealistic thinker in places. But to me, Tyler didn't get cancelled. Yeah, I know what he means, and I get it, because he couldn't come to the UK for a bit and all this other stuff.
Other than that,
we was still slapping that brother's music.
That was when
correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't we both get Wolf? Whether we chose to whether we purchased it or not was neither here or there. But we got it, didn't we?
I got like a poster in it, a sticker. All
that. I got the deluxe as well. Yeah, it was a gift for me as well. And shout out to who gifted it to me as well. Yeah, you might not be watching this, but if you do, you know who you are.
I won't say that, but it was a lovely gift.
Cold-blooded. I get what you were saying about him and what he said ultimately about being cancelled. Before cancel culture. But I don't feel like he was actually cancelled.
Yeah, no, he wasn't cancelled, isn't it? But well, I guess in certain fields he was in it.
Yeah, I guess opportunities got blocked. Yeah, for him. But in terms of like his listenership or like that YouTube views and stuff, I think it grew because of him being banned and the controversy and so on and so forth. I mean, obviously, shouts out to my G. I'm not going to do the whole naming no names, but I fell out with a friend because of his whole energy and talks of religion and these types of things. Fell out with a good friend of mine for a long time. That was the trigger for the break in our friendship. Yeah, but that's how much controversy Tyler caused, I would say, even for me in my personal experience. But that's I don't regret it.
Grow. That's what made him grow.
Trust.
Because it just brought more eyes, more people were curious about what is this guy about. Started listening to the music or watching a video or something, get more curious. He was the first person to do that, like through music on the internet. There was no one that really done that with. Just built it through controversy. Obviously, then 6ix9ine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely. I don't even want to mention that you's name. Yeah, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't even. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. We spent quite a bit of time obviously going over Tyler's album, and the thing is, I feel like there's way more for us to cover. But I guess we're attempting to get you guys used to the energy, the vibes of how we're attempting to deliver this podcast to you guys. So, don't want to kill you with it. We might decide to revisit Tyler's album later. We're gonna do what we want while still trying to be mindful of how you guys consume content, especially the people that are prepared to actually sit with us, listen to us, and follow us on this journey. We're definitely going to take the time to listen to you guys. But I guess, obviously, we're boys, hence why we're here and why we're doing this. I guess we can move on to, unless, of course, you've got any other subjects of mine who you've been listening to that maybe, I've heard about, but I haven't really listened to.
Scraps. He dropped on Friday as well. I've been listening to some of his stuff.
Okay.
He dropped, I don't know if it's a mixtape or an album. They're all the same to me these days, but like sound wise, you can tell a difference between a mixtape though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening to that. That's not been bad. It's just very Scraps,
Yeah.
It's you would expect this exact project from Scraps. The types of songs that's on there, his flows, it's just typical Scraps. Scraps is great. I love a Scrap sometimes. Still go back to old stuff, but it's just been very much the same throughout the time that he's been around.
Yeah.
But yeah, the project, I do like it. I have been banging it here and there. I can't complain.
And you still need to listen to it because, I mean, I remember a friend of ours put me onto, is it Scraps Is Back? The one where he flipped a lot of 90s hip hop beats and R&B. Am I thinking of the correct one?
I can't remember the name of it.
From there, I was like, yeah. Obviously, I knew Scraps from SOK days. Did you know that he was part of SOK?
No.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, he was part of SOK.
I didn't know that.
Because I remember the whole back and forth with like, well, I don't know if it was at the time, whether it was Meridian or BBK, but I feel like it was more so BBK at the time. But they had their little back and forth, and from what I understand, they also had a back and forth with Gets as well back in the day. Yeah. SOK.
They was busy.
Yeah, I remember the DVDs, and I remember like I think it was Underground Express.
See, I didn't watch a lot of them.
Yeah, I used to get bust. Shout outs East Street Market, yeah, because man, that's where I used to get a lot of the DVDs from. Yeah, but I remember the Underground Express DVD, and if I remember correctly, them times their Scraps used to wear like them caps. It's like kind of you can't really see their eyes, kind of thing. So it's like them low cap kind of things. I don't know what the correct term is.
Army looking ones from back in the day.
Ish, but it had but the peak had a like would bend, so it wasn't the straight. It wasn't straight. Yeah, it wasn't the straight ones. Yeah, but because remember there was a face for those ones. Yeah, and people used to wear them with them. Remember them green, them khaki green jackets that would have the and Flag on the Side, and I can't remember what's his name again. It's terrible of me to forget his name.
Rico
yeah. It wasn't. I know some people would have Bob Marley, but it was more so that other fella.
I know
Fidel Castro. Is it?
Castro.
I'm so glad I remembered.
Yeah.
Because I've been sounding so ignorant so far. Yeah, just missing certain terms and references. But yeah. Where was we even going? Scraps. That's it. Yeah, I remember him from even that DVD, because on that DVD as well, they were talking about like some of their dramas and beefs and what they got going on. You know what it was like back in the day as well. I swear, I love them. DVDs are UK gold.
Yeah, I wish I saw more of them, man.
Well, I've still got some of them. We could one day we can just kick it and you get me, like 100%.
Yeah,
shouts to Captain and Black as well. Yeah, because certain time I would get the DVDs that they've rinsed and watched already, and they'll let me borrow it, and then they just kind of ended up becoming mine. Yeah. I remember there was one time, I think Practice Hours 1, it was. Captain gave me one of the discs for it, because there was like a 2-disc DVD like pack, yeah. But for some reason, Captain only had one of the discs to give me. I don't know if maybe the second disc was like his favorite. He's like, no, you can't get this on still. Yeah. Or even shouts out to my cousins, yeah. Love y'all, because them man boss man, yeah. Especially where grime is concerned, them man boss me, yeah.
They definitely boss you.
But yeah, going back to the DVDs, we should definitely
look into it.
We should definitely watch them, because I've got a couple. But yeah, I had Practice Hours 1 on the disc, because I did lost my train of thought there. I had Practice Hours 1, the first disc. I had Risky Roads. I think I had Risky Roads 2, but I've watched Risky Roads 1.
I don't think I've seen. Actually,
do you know what?
I've seen like clips on YouTube.
I don't know if you remember this. Yeah, I'm glad we actually arrived here. You know, because it's still music related, and it's obviously UK based as well. To be fair as well, because I know sometimes people get a bit carried away with. Yeah, trust me, but this is our shit. I don't want to lose it. Don't get me mad.
The DVDs.
That's it. Do you remember when we was at school? Crazy Titch had a DVD out or something called Crazy Times. Did you ever hear about that?
Nah, I don't think I ever heard of it.
I'm not really into doing the whole name things here, especially if it's not artist related. So I'm not gonna name man like from our school or name man that we know like that. I'll just try and give references so you know what I'm talking about. You can name names if you want to, but I'm gonna avoid that one day. Yeah, still not that like people are hot or nothing, but still I'm just not throwing nobody's name in. There was a couple brothers from our year that arguably, this is so sneaky to say, but arguably, just so that you kind of gauge who it could have been, who at one stage could have been considered at us lot's opposition. Yeah. So it was from that group. Yeah. But they were one of the ones that really and truly was cool with us. Yeah. They was banging on about it for a time. And then I think they were the one that bust everybody in their unit and some of ours, I guess, about it. Crazy Times, yeah. I think Crazy Titch was doing like...
Did you ever watch it?
No, that's what I'm saying. Till this day, I would actually like, if anyone's got that DVD, any of you lot, if you lot watch this or view this, you've got it or know a link for it, please send it, because I was hearing mad shit about it. Like, to me... I
like Crazy Titch. He was one of
my
faves, man.
And based upon what, in hindsight, as well as at the time, to be fair, even the way certain men were talking about Titch, the only other MCs in grime that I heard people talking about on that level was Roadside G's, and obviously Roadside G's, we're from South as far as I'm
on that level.
Like bro, them man are on smoke. Like okay, that, like it's not. I'm just barring, and I might bruck you up, or I might come there with my boys. It's
happening. Mate.
It's as soon as you say the wrong thing to me or whatever, we can do this here now, or we could do it later, or we could do it here and now, and we can do it later.
Having a fist up, son.
Hear me? Yeah. So
that was them days. Straight.
I feel like that's how a lot of the, and I'm gonna say this, and I mean, if whoever wants to take thought of it can, yeah. But a lot of men that were not hood and didn't like even grow up in no form of like kind of poverty in a sense and had things that I guess some people or a lot of people go without. A lot of men that didn't need to be bad or didn't need to be on road, they looked up to niggas like Titch and niggas like RSGs. Like, you get me? Like, it was like, you know, the whole bad boy persona. They say, and without taking it too far away from music, it's a bit of a hot take. Yeah. Sorry, what did you say? I don't want to talk over you.
No, I was saying just when badness was cool, everyone would go to roadside.
Yeah.
Roadside Jesus.
But I feel like some of us appreciated it. Yeah, you lot are about whatever you're doing, but this is cold music. Yeah. Whereas I feel like for some, it was almost like, yeah, this is life. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is what I want to be, but I know I can't be, kind of thing. So if I see other niggas that aren't bad, yeah, I'm gonna basically clown them for not being bad because these niggas are bad. But the truth is, neither are you. Yeah, really and truly. Like, that would be the one thing that I'd say that was jarring about the influence that them, and I'm not blaming Titch or Archie's because we enjoyed their music too. It's just that we knew, no, this is the music and this is cold, and them man are on whatever they're on, but we ain't on it. And we ain't got no problem with saying we ain't on it, and we're not trying to put on a show or act like we are. You know what I mean? Kind of.
I think people like the music so much that that's what lured them to road, and just that,
or like that one mentality. Dipping their toe into road.
Yeah, whatever. Oh shit! Sorry. Whatever. Obviously, whatever extent it may be, but yeah, just being road.
Yeah, I hear where you're coming from. I'm being mad particular and borderline sneaky.
Is bad.
But all the same, we went off on a big tangent there, didn't we?
A massive tangent.
I'm trying to remember where we was at because we was talking about scraps. That's it. That's where we went through. But it's all still music related, all the same for the most part. Like I said, I still need to listen to it. It's called Be Right Back, right?
Something like that. I can double check.
I'm gonna listen to that still. Have I showed you
something like that? What have you been listening to?
Have I showed you this guy called Che Ekru?
Yeah, Be Right Back.
Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Have you say that again?
Che Ekru.
No. Who's this?
So he's from the States. I haven't done enough research to find out about what state he's from or
that's
anything of the sort. All I do know, I'm pretty sure he's younger than us. Yeah, that matters a great deal. But he's younger. He makes to me what I would say R&B trap-esque music.
Okay.
But bruv,
he's the one. He's a bit spicy.
He's the new find for me because the thing is,
that's who you've been banging.
Slapping, bro. Yeah, slapping. Like, the truth of the matter is, I think at least every 2 days I've played one of his songs. Yeah, and obviously I found his music late. He's obviously had 2 projects, I believe he released last year. But he's got projects and singles dated back to like 2017, 2016. Or not that's ages ago.
What's your favorite one?
But
which one have you been?
Did you know, to be honest with you, project wise, I would say is his most recent, which is called Till Death. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a tune on there called Open Your ASMAR. Yeah. That tune has been in heavy rotation. I don't even think I can stress the term heavy. He's got another tune on there called Spray. That tune for me is just, it's reckless, but it's like current Uzi Fugger energy where like playing with, I wouldn't say playing with his cadence, but he's just got a certain kind of cadence on that tune that slaps for me. And he's got, like I said, songs dated back to like 2017 and that slap.
Yeah, I found him.
You remember, was it 2019? Do you remember Drake and Breezy's reunion song, No Guidance.
Yeah.
You hear this? Do you remember this? Do you remember how the song goes?
Not really.
All right, so there's a sample in it, yeah, where somebody's singing, yeah. It goes something like, "Before I die, I'm trying to fuck you, baby. Hopefully we don't have no babies." Ring a bell? Small?
Kind of.
It's Chair Crew. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't realize, obviously, until I started. Shout out Shanae. Yeah. Because that's what we do now, obviously, with this Curate the Wave thing. We send each other links when we found new music or whatever. So I was with you when I found Che Crew's music. Yeah. Some of the same songs I'm talking about, I was actually with you. Yeah. When I found them. But I sent the links to Shanae at the same time, and Shanae was like, "Oh yeah, him." Yeah, no, like she didn't clock. She didn't. I don't think she'd listened to the songs that I had sent her, but she was like, "Oh," and then she said, "Oh, it's him that does that." She's like, "It's like, oh snap."
That's
so
mad.
I'm not surprised.
Listen to his music, but she knew that.
Right? Yeah, but
sick.
What I thought was sick as well is that because obviously just because I found somebody doesn't mean that person's like now been found. He's got quite a lot of plays. It seems like he's definitely doing more numbers than me, a significant amount more than me. So he's cool. Yeah. So I assume. Yeah. But I know that Drake specifically, based upon his track record, Drake keeps his ear to the street and see what's. Yeah, he keeps his ear to the street. I don't know if that's the
popping.
I don't know if that's the same case.
It's up and coming.
100%. I don't know if that was the same case.
Does he add to the up and coming? If you get what I mean.
Both, probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know if whether it was Drake or Breezy or both, or it may not be either of them. Like sometimes maybe we give Drake. I don't know. This isn't a slight to Drake, but I don't know whether it's maybe because Drake's so big and he's so busy. Maybe he's got someone in his team that's keeping the air to the streets too and shows him who's popping. But either way, that's neither here or there. We can look at it just as his camp. It's Drake all the same ultimately. Yeah, but I don't know who it was that was. But obviously somebody found him and thought that was cold. Cut it. Yeah, sampled it. I think if anything, that's absolutely cold for Che Crew.
So it was sampled from his song.
Yeah.
That's cold.
They cut the vocal out of it.
Sick.
Before I die, I'm trying to fuck you, baby. And the thing is, that sample in the song, I used to just sing that back all the time because I thought it was cold. The beat's cold and them lot are cold on it, but I thought that was cold too, how it got flipped. But obviously, I didn't even know it was, well, of course I knew it was a flip because somebody else is singing it. But you can't be 100% sure if they just got somebody to sing it and did some kind of vocal effect to it. We don't know. Yeah, if you've not heard it before. So I thought, no, that's sick. Like, who knows? Maybe that's what helped get him that extra push in his plays because I'm
sure it
call
does
it
something.
Call it Niki.
If people know like how Shanae knew, people know. So I'm sure that helped his numbers.
Definitely. But call it Niki or not. But when I went to, it's more so for Curate the Wave's sake. But even if it was on like my own artist account, I don't feel no way because I love music. But when I followed him because I did one of the same song I was talking about, Open Your ASMAR. I added that to one of the playlists on Curate the Wave. So when I was posting it on our Instagram channel, I followed him, but I saw who I was following that already follows him, and it was no more than 4 people. The only person I think I can remember that was following him, which was interesting because where I listened to their podcast, I got the impression that Mal from, what was their podcast, because it's not anymore, but back then, obviously, the Joe Budden podcast.
He follows him.
Yeah, he follows him, but he's not really an R&B guy too tough, which, from what I recall, is what he said himself. Like, he listens to it, but he's not really an R&B
maybe
guy.
they met somewhere or something like that.
Who knows, yeah.
If you don't really listen.
But Marl's quite cool in the sense where like he's got people around him as well as himself that just keep their ear to the streets. Like they're just quite cool people, seemingly. Yeah. So it didn't surprise me too tough. But where I didn't see that a lot of people like UK based have really caught on yet, I don't think he's had his moment yet. I think he's still yet to. He's coming, and that's why I'm even making a point of speaking about him. It's not just about because I like several different songs from his projects from last year as well as previous songs. to me, he's shown a level of consistency throughout these projects. And also, like, even in places, he's experimental. So, like, there's a song where that's called, I believe, it's Para Ti. Yeah, where he's singing in what I believe is Spanish the whole time. And while it's not my favorite song, it's quite good. Exactly. Yeah, him speaking another language and that. Yeah. I think, provided he keeps producing at the level that he's producing, and that Till Death project, I believe, was the most recent. So if and when he tops that and continues to, that's going to be a name that's going to be a lot more familiar.
Yeah, hopefully
with people. More and I hope that even this helps to get it to that, because he's cold. Yeah, he's not.
Hopefully, he gets more in the limelight, gets more popular.
So and I urge you guys, anyone listening, to check his stuff out. I know if any of you lot that follow me, you would have seen it. I've posted some of his stuff recently, but should definitely check that out. I
think that's it.
I think it'll probably be a good idea to call it day from here. This, as I said, this is our trial episode, so I want anyone and everyone that's watching this
by the title why it's a trial episode.
Right.
We're just trying to think.
I would like, it would be much appreciated if anyone and everyone that's watching this, viewing it, to give their feedback.
Anything, comment down below, DM us.
You could tell us it was shit, but if you're gonna tell us it was shit, try to tell us why it was. We don't mind if you tell us it's shit. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to like everything. We live in the real world, but yeah. So before we wrap up, we are already on Instagram, which our handle is at Chords and Choruses. I'd like to think that for the most part, you guys would be able to spell that out yourself, but just in case you are unable to, because it's not making a mockery of anyone that isn't, it's CHORDSANDCHORUS.
It will be down in the description.
Yeah.
It will be down in the description.
Somewhere along the line.
It'll be somewhere. You'll see it.
We'll make sure we put it up.
As well.
As far as our handles,
it'll be there as well.
We'll get them up there.
Or up there below. It's somewhere.
Right. So
you'll see it.
Until we start really getting up through some of the teething issues and picking certain things apart, just subscribe to the YouTube channel, please, and thank you. Like, and if you have some feedback to share, comment. We also appreciate if you come to us directly. It would be nice to do it on YouTube, but we also appreciate if you come to us directly, DMs or whatever. But just
share it if you like as well.
That would be much appreciated.
Definitely.
Whether you like or don't like. But
let the people
this will be progressive as we go along. But obviously there's got to be a trial period, and we're deciding to be transparent and open enough to share our trial period with you guys. So on that note, this was our trial episode 1 of Chords and Choruses.
Episode 1.
Yeah. Wow. So shout out myself, shout out Andre, shout out Slim. Yeah. Shout out the Unclassified Kings team. Content for days.
Peace.